from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Pick me up.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Ready? Go.
And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Throwing is Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. 12.
The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. These two teams all tied after one.
Single slot.
On third down, Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Open man is Ursua. 20! And all the way in, touchdown Seattle! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Newton. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Michael Kendricks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. David Moore, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Good job right there.
Wilson now going to throw again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Nice, sweetheart. Further. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54, watch 54.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, his second sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
20. Gun.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, so they nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Newton now to throw. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Addison able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This is Carson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In your face.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, it got his man complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 92 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 32 that time. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second and very short, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Newton on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st down, it's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He lets it flip, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
That's it. 57. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
20.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 20. Short.
Here's Newton. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Here we go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
this ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Go, go, go. Alert.
Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Wilson. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And give them 9 yards on the second down screen play. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Here's Wilson. That's a screen pass. That's complete. They find some open field here. The 20. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Prosise. 46 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything.
At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
180! Ric Flair! It's just me and you.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're running with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jaron Reed, his second sack of the night. Now on second down, this is Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
You go take. You got take. You got take.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check.
On third down, Carson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. This time Wilson will throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. That be okay?
You did great. Not a bad job. Hey, writing down.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Blue ready.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Just a one.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jameis to throw it. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Young Tree is here, baby. Young Tree is here.
He can run for it, and he will. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On third down, here's Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Jones. And he's got some space here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks' 10-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. White. Watch the pass. Let him go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll find Metcalf. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On third down, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The 30. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. On first down, Procise. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think...
Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their 44-yard line.
Check, 45 to Mike. Run pass.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
On second down, it's Jones, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Wilson. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Levante David in on the tackle. Now it's Carson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 71 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. A 2nd down carry for Procise. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Again they run, again it's Procise. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. On 3rd down, Jones. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 52 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and you go, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Well, following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Mike 45. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
This time Wilson will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
3 down. Switch.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my.